What I've done is I've actually asked some people on Twitter. I said I was interviewing you today, and I said, what should I ask Jean-Marie? So I've got some people. These are coming in live. Two guys. Larry Tolpin here says, please ask Jean-Marie, what can we expect the sequel to "quote-unquote" Beyond Disruption? So what's next? Another person here, Maddie Leshin, asks, disruption is a big philosophy, but what's next? So what's after disruption?
Well, that's a tough one, but I would say 2 or 3 things. There is nothing, in fact, after disruption, because disruption is the thing. You know, the thing we do, it's the DNA of our company, it's what we do. We've done 2,000 or 3,000 disruption days, so it's 40,000 clients. Can you imagine? 40,000 clients of our company have done disruption days. It's amazing. So no other network has got that, and all our clients need innovative strategies, innovative briefings, and that was true in 70, and it will be true in next year and the next 10 years. So we have to be sure that we don't become fed up with it, tired of it, because it's our core thing. So if you're in Atlantic and some people in LA are trying always to see what are the best practices so that we can improve the way we do it. And Mary Jamieson in South Africa has done a lot for that. So there is not a lot of things to change. The disruption days are well designed. So I think the future of disruption is media arts, in terms that disruption is about brand belief. And now we have to work very well on the brand behavior, how we translate that brand belief in all the different touch points, So the next thing is media arts. It doesn't replace disruption, it's, as Lee Cloud would say, the yin and the yang, and both of them are very important.
I agree. I think disruption is evergreen, and it's up to us to keep watering it, and
absolutely,
you can water yourself as well. Okay, I have another question for you.
Yes, sir.
This is from your friend Andy Blood.
Yeah.
He Twittered me here.
Just on the other side of the world.
He asked, who's Jean-Marie's favorite band?
That's a tough one. It's so mundane what I'm going to answer. I guess it's the Rolling Stones. I've seen them 10 times at least, minimum. First time in '64 at the Olympia, which is a place in Paris where I saw the Beatles as well. But I'm one of these guys who saw the Beatles twice on stage, but Rolling Stones. 2 weeks ago I was in London at the Royal Albert Hall, and I saw a fantastic concert for Eric Clapton. And 6 weeks or 8 weeks ago I saw Patti Smith in Paris. So I still go to concerts. So it's a good question, Andy.
What do you think it is about the Stones that they're so enduring? Mick Jagger's...
Because they play the most, I was going to say conventional, which is not right, but the most classical rock and roll. It's Chuck Berry revisited, that's it. I guess that's as simple as that. It's just they could have died. They've done an album at the same time, 67, 68, when the Beatles did Sgt. Pepper. They've done an album called their Satanic Majesty's Request, which is kind of the same, and they are going on the wrong track. If they kept themselves on that track, they would have disappeared. They came back to real rock and roll.
But I always liked 2,000 Light Years from Home. I think that's a very underrated song.
And Citadel.
Yeah, Citadel, yeah. But it's more like rock and roll. Yeah. Is there anything about this show that's different than the one show, or Andy's or the Addies? I mean, why is Cannes? Well, you tell me it's not different.
Well, it's very different. That's the only place where I go. That's why it's different, I guess. It's the ambiance, the facts in France, and it's a very strange. It's very international. Seriously, I feel the other ones look at stuff coming from other places, but the spirit is less international, I guess. And that's the place where Spanish advertising, Brazilian advertising started. Not in New York, not to be recognized. Japanese. When I was president in '82, we gave the Grand Prix to Hakuo, for a film they had for how do you call it, bulbs, and
light bulbs.
Light bulbs, yeah. And they were so natural that they thought it's like fruits, and you would have a grape, and they would do that on the grape, and you would see the light beat on it. Anyway, look at it as well on the intranet. Great commercial from Hakuo, yeah.
Yeah, last year I went to a bunch of seminars at Cannes this year, and they didn't compare to what I saw last year. You gave a very special speech in Cannes last year. Why don't you tell us the title of it, and tell us Tell us about the speech a little bit for those who hadn't seen it.
Well, they can invite me in their country and I can make the speech for them if you want, if Tom Carroll allows me to travel. But the speech was called The Beauty of Big, because we always say small is beautiful, but because Procter & Gamble and McDonald's and some big companies are coming to Cannes now and they got so much, they do so many commercials, so many stuff, so now they are awarded. If you look at the list done by Creativity magazine last year, in the top 10, 6 or 7 companies in terms of creativity worldwide, where packaged goods companies like Johnson & Johnson, Unilever, P&G, I would never have thought that possible 10 or 20 years ago. So all these big companies now understand that creativity is very important and they do great stuff. So that was one part of the story. The other part was that they take incredible initiatives now. For instance, I'm going to go fast, but for instance, each time a Pampers diaper is sold in the world, we have an anti-tetanus vaccine given in Africa, and because there are millions of Pampers, you got millions of vaccines. So I talked a lot about that, and I said the bigger the brand, the more you can help. So it has both creativity and cause marketing, charity. It was a good speech, I think. They loved it at PNG.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal speech. We're winding down here. Is there anything, a TBWA office anywhere in the world, what should they be thinking to get to Cannes? What kind of work should they do? How should they approach a project with Cannes in mind? Obviously, we're trying to solve a client problem.
I don't think they should think too much of it, because if you start thinking too much of it, you're Cannes obsessed, award obsessed, and in some countries sometimes, for with France, we've been too much like that, and it's not good. So you have to do a good planning, good video art, good everything, to be smart, and then to be as creative as possible, just because that's the best way to be efficient or effective or whatever. And if you are strong, and if you are talented, and if you are brave enough to sell good stuff to your clients, you will have awards. The award is a consequence, it's not a goal, if you ask me.
That's perfect. I think that's it. So Jean-Marie Drew, we're having everybody who does the interview just say hi to TBWA, so just say hi to the network.
Hi to the network, hi to everybody. I'd like to see you again very soon, all of you. I don't know where. Take care. Bye-bye.
That's it. Thanks so much.